Hello, hello. It's the day after Christmas. So I think I mentioned this before, but not in detail. But I've been I've been donating plasma for the past 4 months, and I just want to say I encourage everyone to do it, especially when you're getting paid for it. like plasma. What is plasma? Plasma makes up most of your blood, but it's not your blood. like um I don't know what it is exactly, but when it gets extracted, it looks a yellow, clear and yellow. If you're healthy now, as you can see, I just came from my appointment, and ironically, I have a fear of needles. Like when I first started doing it, I was like, I don't really want to do this, but my hours had been cut and I needed the money. And I live in Arkansas. And the town I go to is like 50,000 people or something. Anyway, you can give plasma twice a week. And the first time you do it, well, the first time I did it, it was a $30, and the second time is a $45, and the more you weigh, the more plasma you can give, and so the more money you can make. Like, like I barely passed a threshold for giving plasma. Like if I was just a 5 pounds less, I would be considered underweight and not healthy enough to give plasma. But fortunately, I'm just a 5 pounds over the threshold, so I can do that. Anyway, there are criteria for giving plasma. Just like blood, you can't have any STDs or blood transmitted diseases. I'm good there. But if your iron is too low, you also can't give plasma. And apparently, I'm anemic, but not anemic enough to come out as that in like a doctor's report. Like if a doctor went over me, they would be like, "Oh, your iron is low, but not dangerous, but not a dangerously, but not dangerously low." But whenever 2 weeks ago, I was trying to give plasma, and they were like, "Oh, your iron is too low," and for about 3 days in a row, it was still too low. And at first, I was like drinking these kale smoothies to build up my iron because of all the spinach and whatnot. And I was like, this is way too expensive and taking way too long. So I bought some iron pills from Walmart. And I know there's several different kinds of iron pills, but the ones I found are these small, round, dark green ones, like the size of my pinky nail. So those are fine for me. I swallow one a day, and by the time I get to the a clinic, my iron is at a healthy level. And you also have to drink plenty of water because plasma is mostly water, and the less of water in your system, the longer it takes. Like when I first gave plasma, it took me like 90 minutes to do it because I didn't have enough plasma, and that makes your blood. I didn't have enough water, and that makes your blood thick. And when it's a thick, the machine can't pull it through its tubes. But I started to drink more water, and so whenever I get there, my blood's plenty thin enough to just go through the tubes and get strained of its plasma, if that makes sense. Like if I know I'm giving plasma the following day, I'll take my iron pill the a night of, and in the morning I'll drink like a bottle of water or like a quart or like half a quart, and normally that does me well. But one time I forgot my iron. Like I drank my water, but I forgot the iron, and so I got there, and before they hook you up to the machine, they pricked your finger to see your iron count and whatnot. Anyway, she pricked my finger because I drank my blood. And because I drank my water, my blood was flowing very well. She got the sample, but I didn't have enough iron. Like I was like 1% too low because it has to be a 38% or higher if you're a woman. I don't know about men, but yeah, I was just 1% too low. So that was a wasted trip. But I went the next day and I had my iron and my water. Everything was okay. And yeah, I strongly encourage everyone to donate plasma. As you can see, there's like a small dot here. This is my plasma scar. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, you saw it. But yeah, like they put a needle in your arm here. Then they suck out your blood, put it in the machine, and it spins it around to separate the plasma from the other stuff. And once it gets the plasma out, it returns your blood to you with like a saline solution. And when I first started doing it, I did not like the feeling because a saline they had was like a room a temperature, and your internal temperature is like a 98.6. So whenever it like went into me and like got to my heart, like it felt cold. And it was a really weird feeling. Like, you know how when you drink cold water on a hot day, it was like that, but instead of going down your throat, it like went into your heart and then it spread throughout your chest, you know, because your heart is the main area for blood. Anyway, it was a really strange feeling and it made me really, really cold. So I suggest bringing a jacket because the place I went to, they're freezing freaking cold. And the reason it's so cold is to like keep germs and bacteria from reproducing fast or whatever. Whatever. Because they have like a lot of cold surfaces in there. And like I get it, but also like I'm about to catch hypothermia in this. Now, I said I gave plasma in a smaller town. Now, if I gave plasma in like a larger town, I'm sure the money would probably be way more. But alas, the second closest plasma place is an hour and 10 minutes from me, while the place I go to now is just 40 minutes. And so that's cost effective to me. Like if I go both of my visits, that's like 20 20 miles every time I do it. Like 20 miles going, 20 miles coming back. So like if I make both my trips, I spend like 80 miles worth of gas. However, I make a $75 by the end of the week because first trip is 30 and the second is 45. So I'm like, okay, if I can just put 10 or 12 in my gas tank and the rest of the money can go into my checking or savings or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's cost effective, you know? Like I'm not losing money. Cause you do have to spend money to make money and I hate that, but I get it, you know. Anyway, it works for me and I know at one time I gave plasma immediately after a Thanksgiving, and instead of getting a $30, I got $80, which was great. And there was another time, I think it was my 10th visit. Like if you donate enough times and you reach a milestones, they do give you a bonus money. Like I think it was my 10th or 20th visit or something. Anyway, I made $150 of that time, and that was great. It helped me pay off a good, well, not a good chunk, but a fraction of my student loans. So I'm thinking, when my hours pick back up, I can still donate plasma, and the plasma money can go towards my loan, and the money I make at my job can like go into my savings account, like just a $50 or $20 a week or so, you know, like I want it to grow. It may not grow much, but I still want it to grow just a little, a little. But yeah, got my little bandage here, and let's see. I got to the place at 8 o'clock, and I left around 9:30 or 9:40. So yeah, this stays on for about 2 hours, and then you can take it off because that's when your platelets do their thing and they make the scab, so it's not bleeding everywhere. At least that's the plan. Now, some people have like some thin blood because I know because there was just one woman, and when they pull out the a needle, they give you a piece of gauze to put over the hole, and apparently this is a major artery because like 30 seconds later, like her arm was just like blood just dripping down it because it wouldn't stop flowing. So they gave her another a piece of gauze and she was fine. But yeah, like depending on your platelet account, you will bleed a lot when they pull out the needle, or you'll only bleed slowly. Like it depends. It depends. But yeah, I'm gonna drink my water and I'm gonna rest and try to replenish my plasma supply. Uh, you guys can go online and type in plasma, uh, plasma a donations near me, and you could probably find like a plasma clinic or like a or some like that. I'm sure in larger cities, the the clinic that takes blood can also take plasma too. But in my area, it's just pure plasma. Like I can give blood, but I won't get any money for it. But plasma, they pay me, and so I put up with getting a giant freaking needle on my arm every week. But yeah, yeah, plasma is good. It helps out people, and it helps you out with money.